Alright, so on this script, I decided to take a page out of the last video with the scenario of how the author wrote the story, and I wanted to try writing that in my own way. Writing may not be, my writing might not be on his level, nor his talent or skill, but hopefully you guys still enjoy part 2 of What If Naruto Was Hagoromo's son is in the works, and also Mado's grandson should be coming soon. This video is out. This video is our 1K What If series, and on 1K we should have a pretty long vid up. Thank you all for 900 subscribers. Let's continue to grow and get a better community. Let's begin. It was a bright sunny day. Naruto had been gathered into the Hokage Tower of 3 other Genin and 1 Chunin. Kiba, Neji, and 1 Chunin Shikamaru and Nara. You all have been gathered here for one reason, and this is to take Sasuke back from the slimy hands of Orochimaru, Lady Tsunade said. It was a blonde woman with a very big bust and diamond on her forehead. Orochimaru and Naruto shot up with pure anger emanating from his voice and the killer intent. Naruto's ki had rise dramatically, and everyone was cowering under his gaze. Even Tsunade could feel it, but could still keep her composure. Naruto dropped his ki, and everyone started feeling much better. It was as if the QB himself was staring us in the face and looking into our souls, Tsunade thought to herself, but ultimately let the thought wander into the back of her head and focus on the task at hand. Your team leader is Shikamaru Nara. I want you all to obey every instruction, and I mean every single one of you. Tsunade aimed the last instruction at Naruto due to his recklessness. I'm giving you all 1 hour to complete your packing. Move out. They all moved out in a blur speed so that all you saw was a ninja flicker out of existence. Now with Naruto. Yes, finally, I can take Sasuke back. Naruto cried in triumph as he thrust his fist into the air and cried, believe it. Naruto took a scroll from his shelf and scrapped a number of markings on it and thought to himself happily, I'm so happy for that introduction to Juin no Jutsu. It really useful for long distance missions like this, Naruto said with his usual foxy grin. 1 hour later, we time skip. Naruto and the rest of the ninja met at the front gate of the Hidden Leaf Village. Look, it's Sakura, Naruto yelled. Naruto, Sakura said hesitantly. Yes, Sakura? Naruto replied soothingly, trying his best to weaken her tears. What I'm about to ask you is a lifetime request. What is it, Sakura? Please bring Sasuke back. I'll bring him back, believe it. Naruto replied with his foxy grin and his famous thumbs up. Let's move out, Shikamaru instructed with laziness evident in his voice. The most feared basically what Naruto is. Alright, now the search begins. We've made very good progress, I would say, between the 5 of us. We should reach Sasuke and his kidnappers in about a few hours from now, Shikamaru informed proudly. Oh wait, that reminds me, Naruto, where's your backpack with all your equipment and camping gear? You do know that this is an overnight mission. It could take 4 or 5 days at most, and we would need food also, Shikamaru questioned. Well, you see, I can do basically Funjutsu, so that means I can perform storage seals, you see, Naruto replied, offhandedly with his usual foxy grin, by his signature, believe it. Oh, no wonder, Shikamaru blurted out with surprise. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I've got something for you all, Naruto said as he took out a scroll from his pants pocket. He bit his thumb and wiped it along the scroll and went through the hand signs boar, dog, and bird, and also monkey, ram, and a cloud of smoke erupted from the scroll, revealing 4 scrolls, and giving one to each of you. Naruto informed the rest of the ninja in the squad. And all you have to do is activate them with your pinky finger until it bleeds, and wipe it across the scroll and hold in your hands the tiger seal. and focus your chakra into your hands, and it will activate, Naruto said sagely. And what do these scrolls contain in them? Neji questioned. Naruto replied with almost humorously, well, what they contain is a secret, but if you're in a pickle, it will help you out of a tight spot. And please don't use it before you're about to die. Have some strategy behind your use of it. With the sound 4. Well, now we are with the sound 4. We need to find I didn't know I put that word in there. We need to find a way to get out of here. A red-haired Kunoichi with a black cape and the bandages around her forehead and the dark brown eyes. She wore a gray short-sleeved-like dress with purple rope around her waist and short above knee-length tights, said frustratingly. That's a very unladylike language, my dear Tayuya. A big-built man with a front mohawk and two sides of mohawks replied to us. He wore basically the same outfit as she did. Shut up, Jirobo. If I wanted your comment, I would have asked for it. Guys, stop on your bickering. It's only going to slow us down, came comment from another ninja with 6 arms and a black hair and a ponytail. He had the same outfit as the others. Do they obviously work for the same village? They obviously work for the same village as he wore a headband with a musical symbol on it. Kimimaro was right, everyone. We need to be on our best behavior. We hear the sound for all of them said in unison. They said this as they bursted off into a great amount of speed. Now we go to the village hidden in the leaves. I wonder if they can really do it, Tsunade thought to herself before having another cup of sake. Tsunade, that's the last cup for you today. You've already had 8 cups. This will be your 9th. A woman with a black kimono and a ninja sandals. She also had a black short hair and black eyes. Shizune, Tsunade roared, grabbing her head. Now we go to Naruto. Naruto, I'm picking up 5 chakra signatures, and one of them is Sasuke. It's distorted, but I can assure you it's his in the northeast direction. Thank you, QB, Naruto replied internally. Guys, we need to head to the northeast direction and fast. That's where Sasuke and his kidnappers are, Naruto commanded. Wait, how would you know this? Kiba said ignorantly. I just know, Naruto replied, slightly angered. Neji activated your Byakugan. Tell me what you see. They wouldn't know if they are. Neji said in shock. And they not that far away from us, so if we hurry we can get them and take Sasuke back to the Hidden Leaf Village. 3 hours later. The close very wait, they've stopped, Neji said in astonishment. Then we stopped too, Shikamaru ordered. But why Kiba questioned? Because we are in no shape to fight since most of our chakra has been used getting cured and it's dark, so Shikamaru can't use his shadow ninjutsu. And we could be going into a trap and we have to rely on Neji and even his Byakugan limitations during the night. Naruto answered, He's right, Shikamaru replied. So we will take turns to watch our camp. Naruto interjected, that won't be needed. I have signature alarm seals that Privy Sage gave me, so we will be able to sleep until they move out of range, Naruto interjected. 8 hours later. Okay, they're on the move, so it looks like we get them today. A few minutes passed and Naruto and others caught up to the Sound 4. Oh look what we have. A couple of Ginins and a Chunin. Although this is bad since Orochimaru will be very angry with us, Sakai thought. I'll stay behind, Jirobo said loudly. You take the container and go. It must reach Orochimaru. Let's go, guys, Sakai cried, and Tayuya sent a very worried glance down towards Jirobo and suddenly disappeared into the trees. Okay, guys, let's finish him off quick and leave. So, no, Shikamaru. Someone needs to stay behind to fight him, and that won't be me since my style suits him the best, Choji informed. He's right, but are you sure that you want to stay? Shikamaru asked. Yes, Choji replied, reassuringly the rest of the team. The team left Choji there with Jirobo. Oops, sorry. Naruto, you are close to the ones that have Sasuke in their grasp, but I want to inform you that there is a very powerful chakra signature coming from the north. It also contains the foul chakra of him as if Orochimaru himself, but there are only small traces of ominous chakra. The Nine-Tailed Fox said, thanks Kyuubi, Naruto replied gratefully. Guys, sorry to interrupt, but I can detect a foreign chakra coming from the north, very similar to Orochimaru's chakra, so we need to pick up the pace. Believe it, Naruto said with determination. Now we go back to Choji. Break it on, boy. You were probably just as bad as your pathetic leader, some leader he is. Don't talk about Shikamaru like that. Choji cried as he jumped into the sky, plummeting towards Jirobo with his fist pulled up, soaring towards Jirobo. Jirobo cried, earth-style, spirit graves, as he picked up a rock the size of a mountain and threw it at the incoming Choji as it hit. Jirobo had a smug look on his face as he said, useless as I thought. But before he could turn to leave, he saw a log appear out of smoke. What? A substitution? Jirobo cried out of shock. Then Choji came from behind as he cried expansion jutsu. Then a second after he cried human boulder jutsu, it began rolling towards Jirobo at an intense speed. But Jirobo began laughing as he chanted, I've lifted a boulder is bigger than you. But as he tried to lift Choji, to his surprise, his hands went right through. What? An illusionary clone? Then suddenly Choji appeared behind him and attempted to kick Jirobo, but Jirobo blocked. But then again, it was illusionary clone. Jirobo heard Choji behind him, chanting partial expansion jutsu. Then as Jirobo turned around, he got an uppercut from the abnormally large hand from Choji as he went soaring into the sky. Choji was already under him with a foot partially expanded, and he delivered a bone-crushing blow to his back. Then Jirobo turned around in agony. He saw about 10 clones of Choji, all of them using the human boulder jutsu. Hi, you don't scare me. I know all these are illusions, with the real one, you down there. They can do no damage, Jirobo said confidently. You say that, but Kai. Choji cried with his right hand in a particular tighter hand seal, and every single one of Choji's clones exploded into a ball of flames around Jirobo. It blew Jirobo higher into the sky, and as he was trying to regain his sense of awareness, he heard human boulder jutsu, and Choji hit Jirobo hard along the abdomen and jaw. Choji was spinning wildly against Jirobo's form as they broke into a smoke of explosion before decimating the ground with a giant shockwave to be followed by a gigantic crater. Now we go with Orochimaru. Lord Orochimaru, I've sent your latest experiment out, said a man wearing round glasses with a lavender hair and a pony. And he wore a purple jumpsuit with white undershirt and the ninja sandals. Yes, that worked very well. And my sake may even be a surprise himself. The man said as he licked his lips with an enormous snake-like tongue. This man had long black hair, pale white skin, and purple markings on his face around his eyes that were golden with black silks. He wore a white overshirt and back undersuit with a purple rope around his waist. He wore black ninja sandals. That will be all, Kabuto. With the Sasuke retrieval squad. Did you feel that, guys? That's coming from where Choji is fighting. Kiba said in the shock. Yeah, and it's all Choji's doing. Naruto interjected. Are you sure you're not a censor? Shikamaru asked. Well, I'm not completely sure, Naruto replied offhandedly. Okay, enough of the small talk. Let's pick up the pace, Kiba instructed enthusiastically, and Akamaru barked in agreement. Now we go back with Choji. Well, looks like you had a big talk and couldn't back it up, huh? Big guy, Choji said sternly. The damage done was so immense that Choji's headband came off. Jirobo began rising out of the crater with most of his clothes torn off his body. Wow, you're good. Never thought I would have to use this technique. As he continued talking, a black triangle chain pattern began spreading across Jirobo's body. Wow, I can feel the chakra flaring into me, and it's dark and delicious. Choji thought to himself, worried. Well, before I end you, tell me how you learned how to do the explosive clone, since it is a jutsu known to the hidden stone only, Jirobo said relaxingly. Well, it is actually easy. It's not an explosion clone. It was an illusionary clone filled with a amount of chakra containing an explosive tag to be triggered by me. My, the hidden leaf is as brilliant as they've been portrayed, but your brilliance stop here. Hidden leaf scum, Jirobo screamed in the battle cry. Choji ran towards Jirobo with his hands hanging behind him, created 3 clones, but before he could calculate his next move, Choji received an agonizing kick from his jaw. Wow, his speed has increased quite a bit, and his strength even more so, Choji thought to himself as he sailed through the air. But just before he hit the ground, Jirobo appeared behind him and delivered a thunderous kick to Choji's back, and it propelled Choji into the air. Then Jirobo appeared on top of where Choji, while crying Earth-style spear graves, and as this happened, Choji hastily made a substitution. After the boulder hit the ground, Choji had already begun attacking as he threw a set of 3 kunai at Jirobo with a swift kick of his wrist. But none of them were on target above Jirobo's head and another one of Choji's shoulders. Then suddenly they exploded and Jirobo was sent flying into the sky, and his view of Choji obscured. But how? They weren't any explosive tags. Of course, a genjutsu, and he missed on purpose. And by the looks of things, I'm going to have to use my second stage or I'm finished. This is somewhere unknown now. Sasuke has defected from his village as you've predicted, Lord Madara. Interesting, Zetsu gathered much intel as you can. Well, we all know it's the mountain graveyards, but will remain unknown. Time to show you why I'm the Lord Orochimaru's loyal and trusted guards, Jirobo said as his curse mark began covering his body. His skin turned orange-like color with his hair growing waist length and gained warts on his shoulders and head. Damn, his power has increased dramatically, and the ominous chakra emanating from him is frightening. And suddenly, Jirobo rushed forward, delivering superpowering strikes into Choji's abdomen to finish with a hook to his jaw. With a knee to the jaw, it sent Choji soaring in the opposite direction. Jirobo appeared above Choji and delivered a spinning bicycle kick to Choji's head. Choji plummeted to the earth before he heard Jirobo chanting Earth-style barrier clone prison, and a thick layer of rock appeared around Choji. What is this? Choji cried. Ha, I'm going to break through it, Choji cried. Expansion jutsu. He meant boulder jutsu, and Choji spun into the earth around him, but it began to take his chakra and repair. Well, if the chakra is going here in the opposite side, it should be weakened. First, I need to take food pills to give me chakra boost. It's time for the spinach pill, Choji cried. He took out a green pill and swallowed it. His mass decreased, then he shot a partial expansion jutsu. He punched the back of the rocky dome around him, and it broke into hundreds of pieces. What? How did he break out? And how did he find out so quickly? Jirobo said in shock. Choji suddenly took out a scroll and unrolled. You end here, Choji cried loudly before he took out a kunai and made a slight cut before wiping it across the scroll and leaving a trace of blood. He then channeled chakra into the scroll, but it seemed to take quite a bit of chakra. He then threw it at Jirobo. Suddenly, a huge cloud of smoke appeared, and hundreds of clones appeared out of nowhere, all heading towards Jirobo. Y'all kicked Jirobo in one go. Then appeared on top, delivering numerous powerful axe kicks, sending Jirobo to the ground below. Then suddenly, all the Narutos put their hands on Tiger Seal, and a hail of explosive tag kunais headed for Jirobo. As they hit, it created such an explosion that half of Naruto's clone in the orange jumpsuit and blue eyes, blonde hair, dispelled. Jirobo flew out of the explosion due to the shockwave being so intense, and the rest of the clones threw a group of 10 kunais, each being dug deeper into Jirobo until the final hit hit his head and pulled his life from his world. As Jirobo's body fell lifelessly the stony terrain, Choji suddenly fell to the ground. Of all the clones, Naruto rushed to his side, and then one said, he's okay, he just passed out from the chakra exhaustion. But he will be okay. I'm going to dispel so that boss knows Choji's condition, and the rest of you guard Choji. Believe it. Now we go to Naruto. Look, like Choji's alright, guys. Naruto cried in excitement. What? How did you know? Shikamaru cried out happily, with a small hint of laziness. Naruto replied smugly, well then my clones dispel. I get here. The memories of my experience of my clones are already guarding Choji, and Jirobo is defeated. So do you think that Genin's in a one measly tuning can take on 3 members of the Sound 4? That's largely amusing to us. A man with silver hair and purple lips. Come on, Sakan, they're not that bad. Come on, Tayuya too. Sakan couldn't finish his sentence. As a flash of red occurred and Sakon's head got split in half and then erupted into an explosion of red chakra, and Naruto stood in his place. Sakon, Taya cried in terror. You damn bastard, I'll kill you. Oh, please. Man, you sound scum. Have killed many, including Leaf Ninja. Shikamaru retorted and returned, showing his ki. Even Kimimaro had to grit his teeth to hide his fear. Kimimaro out of nowhere jumped into the sky, and then he started spewing whips out of his mouth and launched it at Sasuke Retrieval Squad, and not one of them could escape it. But then there was a puff of smoke and 4 logs had appeared. Substitution, Kimimaro cried. Oh, yeah. Kidomaru cried. Then suddenly all the hidden Leaf Ninja appeared above him and was on aerial attacks with Akamaru and Kiba attacking on his left. Shikamaru was above him and Naruto to his right. Taya, you need to get out of here now and take the container and go. I think these leaf breads are more than we bargained for. I can hold them back for a few minutes at max. We need to complete the mission, no matter what. Yes, I'll go. Taya picked up the container with Sasuke and leaped off towards the trees in the northeast direction. Suddenly where the logs were began getting cut. It was the real Leaf Ninja disguised as logs. Then, unexpectedly, the hidden Leaf Ninja leaped off after Taya, leaving Neji to fight off Kidomaru. I've been pronouncing it wrong. I said Kimimaro when it was Kidomaru. Sorry. Neji probably took advantage of Kidomaru's distraction with the genjutsu. He jumped into the arrow for spinning frontal assault, and he cried 8 trigrams, rotating palms of divinity. Yeah. As his rotations got more intense, chakra began swirling around his body, pushing his body faster and faster. As Neji hit Kimimoro's Tenketsu points, the chakra began to look like mini drill hitting Kimimaro. Now we go back to Orochimaru. Lord Orochimaru, all of the experience under paths restored. Only 4 of them showed promise. One of the DNA samples showed immense promise, as if he was almost a direct descendant. Good, very good, Kabuto. Very good, Kabuto. Very good indeed. You're becoming quite the useful assistant. Hey, Orochimaru said with humor evident in his voice. Thank you, Lord Orochimaru, Kabuto said as he left Orochimaru's study. Now we go back to the Leaf Ninja. Okay, now it's time to hand him over. Lady, I'm done chasing you around this damn forest. You're going to hand him over right now. Believe it, Naruto shouted with a small hint of annoyance, and there was nothing more than scared the hell out of Taya. And that was the red slitted eyes, sharpened teeth, and the darkened birthmarks on Naruto. Then suddenly the man with white hair appeared, and Taya cried, Kimimaro. They had lavender sylvan hair with 2 red markings on his head. He wore a light purple kimono with a purple thick robe. The man looked at her, then took the container from her and disappeared into the not west direction with the container with Sasuke in it. Abruptly, a red burst of demon chakra erupted from his body, and he spat off before anyone could react. Firstly, because he was too fast, and secondly, because of the ki his chakra had created. Taya tried to go after him, but she found herself only unable to move. Shadow possession successful. Why can I not move? Taya asked herself frustratingly when she had purple light bulb flicker in her head. The Nara clan's blood trait limit with Naruto. Naruto, you need to calm down. Although you train to control my chakra, you have limit, especially when your emotions take over. Since it multiplies your emotions tenfold, leading to unclear thinking. The QB said to Naruto, I'm sorry, QB, I'll try not one thing. I'm going to need to draw on your chakra in this next fight because I feel how immense his chakra was, but the thing I wanted to ask you is how can I sense chakra now? I shouldn't be able to. QB couldn't. Naruto said in more control. Well, that is something for me to tell you when you're back in the Leaf Village, brat. And the QB said in a low grunt, followed by several small grunts, like laughs. Now we go to Neji and Kidomaru. You brat, how dare you, Kidomaru cried as a kunai glided past him and just cut his ear at the lobe. Then suddenly an array of swirling patterns started appearing around his face, and from there his body was as skin color began to change from the patterns to getting a third eye, skin changing color to a dark brown. He also grew horns from his forehead, and his hair grew out and changed white in color. Welcome to stage 2 of my crest mark. I hope you're ready. And that's where I'll be leaving this what if off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed how I wrote the story and everything. If you guys want me to start making scripts like this sometimes for the what ifs, I'll be glad to. And if you guys don't like it, I'll stop. I'll just go back to how I was before. And yeah. For another part of this, I'd like to say that the bare minimum, wow, I can't speak. Bare minimum is 50 likes for another part. Unless we hit 1K or 950, I'll automatically drop another part. So yeah, 50 likes for a bare minimum for another part. If you guys like this series, hit the like button just for fun. And yeah, Hagoro's Son Part 2 should be coming out next week. Madara's grandson should be coming out either this week in like 2 days or next week as well. I tried to upload as frequently as I could this week, but I can't exactly always do that, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this what if, and yeah, and Void signing out, I guess.